All right, welcome to part two of note cards. So in part two of note cards, we already have our note cards laid out here on our tabletop. And what we're going to do is we're going to organize them using some tools that Noodletools has to offer us. One question you might have is how many note cards should you have? And the answer to that should be a minimum of 8 note cards would be good. You could have more, that's fine, but I would say 8. That way you have more to choose from. You might use 3 or 4 in your paper, so you're not going to use all 8. You might not, but doubtful. So 8 minimum. So you can see here I just have 4. I have 5 here. And one way to organize your note cards is you can put tags on them. So to select a note card, you would hold down the control key on your keyboard. It's on the bottom left. It says CTRL. Hold that down and click a note card. And you can see that the note card is highlighted yellow on its borders. That means it's selected. So then you can go to tags up here. Click tags. And you could put colors on them if you wanted to. If let's say you wanted to say like all the red ones or the most interesting ones, you can tag them all red. And you can see that a little red, is that a heart or dot? No, it's just a dot, I guess. A little red dot appears on it there. If you don't want it, you're like, hey, I didn't want to do that, just click and you can just remove it and it's gone. So that's one way you can use tags. You can put colors to them. The other way is the better way, I think, and that's with visual cues. Visual cues are cool because it gives you these icons and tells you what they mean. Like for example, this magnifying glass. Let me actually zoom in. This magnifying glass says needs further research. If I think I need to do more research on this topic, I could say apply, and you can see that it's added to my note card there. Again, if I don't want it, remove. Let's say I wanted to say that it was incomplete, like, oh man, I haven't finished this note card yet, so I'm going to incomplete, apply, and you can see that it has a little paper right there. And then when I see that, I know, oh hey, I still have to work on this. And another good one that you should use towards the end, let's say you know that you're going to use this note card in your paper, or you have already used it in your research paper. You can go to tags, visual cues, and go down to used in paper, apply, and you can see that it marks it with a check mark there in a green circle. So that when you see that, you'll know that you're going to use that note card in your paper, or you've already used it in your paper. So that's one way of using tags, one way of organizing your note cards. Another way of organizing your note cards is to simply make piles of them. Let's say you have two or more note cards that are about a certain subtopic. So as you can see right here, I'm doing early humans. Stone arrowheads, I got one stone arrowheads, I got one that says stone tools, I have one that says hunting methods and using fire to hunt. Then I have what are concentration camps. This is obviously about Holocaust. I'll set that aside. If you don't want a note card, you can delete it. Again, hold down Control key, click on it, it highlights yellow, and then you can just hit the X right here. Are you sure you want to delete? And you say yes. I'm not going to delete that because I still want it there. So I look at my note cards and I make categories. Like I could see that stone arrowheads are a kind of tool or weapon at least. And so I want to make a pile with just these two because these are about the actual hunting methods. So I want to make one pile here of stone tools or weapons and then one pile of the hunting methods. So to do that, you need to highlight at least 2 note cards. You can do more, at least 2. Go right here where it says add to pile. Add to pile, click on that, and this box will come up. If you have an existing pile, you can select an existing pile, but I don't have one, so I'm going to go to create new pile. And I have to name it. So I want to name that tools weapons, and then I just simply hit submit, and then made a pile for me over here. You can just move it over. So there's your pile, and that's how you do this one too. So just highlight 2 or more, add to pile. Now because I have an existing pile there already, should come up. Yeah, see, tools and weapons, but we don't want to put it in that pile. We want to create a new pile. This one would be, I'll title it hunting methods, and click submit. And there we go. It's right here. You can just move it. There you go. So there's your piles, and that's how you can categorize them. If you want to look at it, you can double click. It'll expand it like that, and you can see your note cards like that. You could still add tags to them if you wanted individually. You could still do that. You know, see, boom, boom, boom. There it is. Let's say you didn't want to put one in that pile anymore. You're like, no, I don't want this in my pile. You could just click on it, drag it out of that box, and it'll be right there. Those two, they're separate now. They're no longer a pile. And that's pretty much it. Next video, I'll show you how to do the outline over here on the right side. That's after you've gotten all your note cards down. Remember, 8 minimum. And I will see you next time. Take care, everyone.